Good afternoon, good people. Good afternoon. Yeah, today I've got a challenge with my Wi-Fi. But anyway, let's try this. Okay. Um, a very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Tinyiko Motileni. I'm your leadership specialist for women who are leading or working in the male-dominated industries. I come to you live from South Africa. Okay. All right, good people. Today it's our of um, day 4 of our challenge. Okay, so we are on that 5 days challenge, whereby I am challenging you to explore this topic of thinking like a male at work. Okay, so um every now and then you'll hear that, yeah, you need to think like them, you need to think like your male counterparts. So I'm just questioning, why do we have to think like males at work and think like women at home? Why do we have to be that, to be put under that situation of being one person at work and being one person at home, another person at home? So that's what I am exploring today, because to me, for me, this scenario didn't do me well. Like, really, it didn't do me well. It was the worst thing that has happened in my life, in my career life. So I always question, and I don't want to tell somebody to think like males. I don't think is a very good um thing to tell a female lady at work to think like her male counterparts. Rather, unlock her potential, ask her to unlock her potential somehow, so that she can be her own person at work and her own person at home. You understand? So the question today is that, how do you think like male at work and think like a woman at home? How do you do that? Because I failed to do that, guys. I don't want to lie. I failed to do that because it didn't work for me. I was very bad at home. So I didn't I was disorientated. My primary duties of taking care of my children, doing homework with them, nurturing them, doing all these things, treating them like children. It was something that I sort of, I don't want to say I forgot, because it was not in me at that time when I was trying to think like a man. Okay, so it was very confusing for me, because when I started, I had these male mentors whom they were uttering the words all the time. Yeah, you need to think like us, you need to think like you're like a male counterpart. And because I was new in the industry and I was like a guinea pig, somebody who, like, the only lady, the only leader in the team, in the team of males. I thought that was a good thing. I thought that's what I needed to do at the time. And I tried my best, even if I didn't know how must I think like a male. I didn't know, but I tried my best to think like a male. Have you ever tried something that you don't even know? Something like that, if you understand me. So I tried a lot to think like males, and I was failing desperately. I was so much failing. So it didn't do me good. It just made me a bad person at home, in front of my children. So I didn't take care of my children as much as I should have. When I look back now, I sort of treated my children like employees. I really, really treated them like employees, because I would instruct them. I could feel that I'm not the person that I'm supposed to be, you know? So this scenario of thinking like a male, it has really disorientated my personal life to a point whereby I had to stop it. You know, I told myself that I had to stop it. Um, I remember, and I'm not saying it's because I was thinking like a male, but uh, my mentoring was not allowing me to be the person who I was supposed to be, you know, at the beginning, you know, because when time goes on, I had to discover myself through a coach and on all the people that I was talking to, you know. So and then I started changing and thinking like me, like Tinyiko, you know, and it was good for me because then I could balance work and home the way I'm supposed to, you know. So the thing that I wanted to tell you in this video, or what I wanted to ask you, is that how did you do it? How did you do it? Because I struggled. No, not even struggled. I didn't do it. It was not in my DNA to think like a male. Let me put it in that way. It was not in my DNA. I couldn't balance. It was either I think like a male at work and at home, or I don't at all. You know, it was either or. You know, so first of all, as I said, my kids struggled a lot. And second thing is that I didn't have the opportunity to lead as a woman when I started, because women leadership it's compassion, it is nurturing, it is emotions, you know. So that's the second thing. I never had a chance to to lead with my heart. Let me put it in that way. Yeah, I never had a chance to lead, because women lead with their hearts. I never had a chance to lead with my heart. That was the second thing. And that was making me change into a horrible person, because I couldn't balance. I would change into a horrible person. And that was affecting my personal life, my family life. It was very much affected. So if you understand your leadership, you know, as a female, especially in the male dominated industries, you wouldn't have to think like somebody else. Okay, you would think like yourself. You know, you would make sure that you unlock your thinking capacities or thinking capabilities to do the job that you're supposed to do. And automatically, when you unlock your capabilities and capacities to think the way you're supposed to do, it won't make you a worse person at home, because this thing comes from you. You know, it is not put in you by somebody else. It comes from you, you know. So hence I am questioning, how did you do it? If you have done it, let me put it in that way. If you have managed to do it, to think like a male at work and think like a woman at home, if you have done it, please share below. How have you done it? I'm so curious to know, because Mina, I failed desperately with that scenario. Okay, so please guys, give my video a thumb up, please like it, and please subscribe, so that other female leaders can get the information. Okay, so what what has happened again to me when I was busy trying to think like a male at work? It's that it brought, you know, the horror in my leadership. You know, it brought the worst in my leadership, because my leadership became a very, how can I put it, a very harsh, you know, leadership. I started becoming very harsh. I started becoming the person who doesn't uh, have compassion, a person who doesn't want to negotiate. So I started becoming very harsh to people, even at work. I started becoming harsh because remember, I was trying to change to be the person that I'm not, and I was exaggerating. So instead of, maybe let me put maybe because of instead of becoming a man, a male leader, I exaggerated and became more than a male leader. Because remember, I'm doing something. In South Africa, we've got that thing. So if your child, let's say if you are a genius, ne? If you are intelligent, your child, you can give birth to a child who's a genius, who is better than you. So that's what happened to me. I was trying to think like a male, and I exaggerated that thought. So I become very harsh. I didn't understand. And it was a very disturbing change that I was becoming, and I had to pull myself back. I had to say no. I have to stop this thing, because then it was affecting my family so much, and I couldn't take it further. I've got two daughters who are twins, and the other one was having intellectual challenges. So I had to be nurturing to her. I had to listen to the other one who was academic. I had to help the other one who was intellectually challenged, because she was good in her practical work. She was excellent, but I was not there, to make sure that I nurture my twins the way I was supposed to. So lucky enough, I had a chance to nurture them, to fix the challenges. So I had that chance, and I'm so grateful that this thing of thinking like a male, I thought about it early and fix it, while there's still time. So my take on this thinking like a male thing, in terms of work and home, is that I couldn't, if ever I had a mentor when I started, I think I wouldn't have taken it. I wouldn't have followed the scenario of thinking like your male counterparts. I think my mentor would have helped me to unlock my potential, so that I don't have to think like somebody else. I think like myself. So I don't know what is your take on this one. Please comment and tell me what is your take in this thing of thinking like a male when coming to work and home uh, um, issues. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. This was day 4 of the challenge. Please make sure that you watch day 1 up to 3, so that you can follow this challenge, how it unfolds, and then we are definitely going to finish off with day 5. Thank you very much. See you in another video. Bye bye.